All right, shalom, shalom. I'm back with another video. Before I get started, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Hakadash. Also, we'll give up honor to the elders and apostles of GMS that taught me this truth. And I'll say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that's out there, right? So I'm just hitting the button, man, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna label this topic, but the point that I want to get is in 2 Peter 3 and 13. Okay, because we look for new heavens and a new earth. Okay, wherein dwelleth righteousness. That might be the title. All right, so this 2 Peter 3 and 13. It says, nevertheless, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Okay. So, understanding in this current society that we live in today is ruled by wicked rulers. Okay, Job 9 and 24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, and that wicked is Esau, Edom. Okay, which it can tell you that Malachi 1 and 4. Okay, which is the Edomites, which is so-called white men today, starting with these top elites. Okay, are the wicked the Bible speaks of. Okay, and they are currently in their heaven. Okay, and what that means is they are in their rulership. Okay, but we're coming into the transition to where this new rulership, new order is coming. Okay, which is rooted in righteousness. Okay, everlasting kingdom that's not going to ever be destroyed. Okay, Yahweh Shai's kingdom. Okay, with the Israelites joint heirs, starting with the elect. Okay, so it says, nevertheless, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Okay, so it's not talking about new as in new earth. Okay, when you go into this word new, okay, it goes into the Greek word kainos. Okay, and it says new as respect from recently made, fresh, recent, unused, unworn. Okay, so it's going to be a refresh. Okay, the earth is going to be refreshed and be resetted. Okay, by taking down this current rulership, okay, that is rooted in wickedness. Okay, is going to be taken down. Okay, and that's what's going to cause this earth, okay, to be rejuvenated. Okay, to be refreshed. Okay, because Esau the wicked, okay, he's the virus of the earth. Okay, and everything is going to be set back in order, be set back into its proper order. Okay, and the Lord is going to instill that righteousness back onto the earth. Okay, so it says, nevertheless, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Okay, so we look for new order, new rulership. Okay, without this devil, right? So let's prove this real quick, that the earth is abiding forever. So it's not talking about the earth is going to be destroyed. Okay, it says Ecclesiastes 1 and 4, it says, one generation is passing away, another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. Okay, so when it says we look for a new heavens and a new earth, it's just going into the earth is going to be refreshed. Okay, it's going to be refreshed by Esau being taken out, right? So when we go up, I'm going to read this because it's going to say, right? It says 2 Peter 3 and 10, it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Okay, going into Esau's rulership. Okay, because he is in his heaven. Okay, heaven and hell are conditions played on earth, right? You got hell can mean a low condition. Okay, or it could mean the grave, Sheol. Okay, and heavens could be In this context, is talking about being in a lofty position. Okay, and it says, "In which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise." Okay, so this Esau's current rulership, okay, is going to be done away with, right? And just to prove this real quick, let's get Lamentations 2:1. It says, "How have Yahweh covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud?" Okay, Zion's another name for Israel, the Israelites. It says, "How have Yahweh covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto earth." Okay, and this heaven in this context is going into the Israelites being in rulership and being cast down, okay, from a lofty position. Okay, and this is why we're in this lower state. Okay, we've been cast down, right? This is why our enemies rule over us. Okay, because we were supposed to be above all these other nations. Okay, the world was made for our sakes. Okay, so here just showing you that heaven is means rulership. Okay, means a lofty position, and right now the Edomites are in their heaven and we are in our hell. Okay, is why they can do the things and get away with the things they get away with, because they're in their heaven, in their rulership, right? But it says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." Okay, and the way that this devil's going to be taken down, his kingdom, is by way of nuclear destruction. Okay, by fire. Okay, which is fire, and you can liken that as a purifying agent, a cleansing agent. Okay, the flood was cleansed by water. Okay, those are two purification agents, two cleansing agents, the water and the fire. Okay, so this second death, okay, and how this heaven shall pass away is going to be passed away by nuclear destruction, by fire. Okay, so the earth is going to be cleansed, okay, by the way of fire. Okay, not all of it, but you're going to have America that's going to be destroyed. You're going to have the land of Israel, and then, you're going to have a lot of missiles hidden in different areas. Okay, and this is how Esau's kingdom is going to be taken down by the way of fire. It says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person are ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness, looking for and hastening to the coming of the day of the Most High, where the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." Okay, going to the nuclear destruction, right? Verse 13, "Nevertheless, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness." Okay, because the earth the society that we're living, okay, is rooted in wickedness. Okay, because going into wicked rulers being in power, okay, everything is pretty much out of course. Okay, everything is pretty much polluted, right? Let's get Psalms 82 and 5. It says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk all in darkness." Point right here. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Okay, so everything is turned upside down. Okay, everything Esau manipulated. Okay, him being in power, he manipulated and turned everything upside down. Okay, so the way of living is defiled. Okay, the earth doesn't yield its strength no more, because this devil, he doesn't, because he pretty much goes against the orders of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay, and therefore, the things are out of course. Okay, through this devil being in power. Okay. Matter of fact, let's get Isaiah 24:5 real quick. This is Isaiah 24:5. It says, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws and changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Okay, so this is going to Esau. He pretty much he turned everything upside down. Okay, he changed the laws. Okay, he doesn't follow the land Sabbath. Okay, this is why it looks like a wilderness out here. Okay, he's polluted the ocean. Okay, he does things on a large scale to where it's affecting the earth. Okay, that's why it says that the creation groaneth, right? Let's get Romans 8. This is Romans 8 and 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. Okay, and that's because the righteous are not in authority. Okay, the sons of God, okay, are not manifest. Okay, but when when the righteous get back in authority, okay, when Yahweh Bashan Shai takes this devil down, okay, everything's going to be put back into its proper order, and and things going to go back to being a paradise. Okay, but right now creation is suffering. The earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Okay, and Esau he defiled this earth. Okay, you go to the beach, the water's all nasty. Okay, because they take what cleans the earth. I mean, cleans the water, and they eat it for food. Okay, so us in this truth. Okay, the hopeful elect. Okay, we and Lord Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ratas out that we of that number. We look for new heavens and new earth. Okay, we look for everything going back to its proper order, things being run in righteousness. Okay, because this world we live in is polluted. Okay, and it has to go. Okay, you wake up with a headache, nosebleeds out of nowhere. Okay, the food is making you sick. Okay, it's not even you're not even getting the benefits. The fruit don't have seeds in it. The fruit is not real. So that's why the scripture says in Micah 2 and 10, it says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." Okay, so this is not our rest. It's polluted. Okay, chemtrails, Esau, dropping ticks, lab grown mosquitoes, just all sorts of wickedness. Okay, defiling the earth. Okay, changing the laws. Okay, man on man, woman on woman. All right, and this is why we look for this, this destruction to come. Okay, because we know what's going to come after that. Okay, we know that these things have to happen, and this earth has to be cleansed. Okay, it has to be rejuvenated and put back in its proper order. That way, it could be a paradise again. Okay, but that's only going to happen when Esau goes down. All right. So if you sitting here trying to fight for Esau, then you want this world to continue the way it is. All right. But we need this devil to go down. Let's get Isaiah 65 and 17. This is Isaiah 65 and 17. It said, "Behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind." Okay, so Esau, he's in his heaven. Okay, meaning he's in his rulership position. So bringing them down is going to be a new heaven and a new rulership. Okay, and when that go down, it won't be remembered. Okay, the wicked things that were done. Okay, in this society. Okay, So we look for that new heavens and new earth. We look for to righteousness to be instilled back in here, back into this earth. All right, to get things in this proper order. You know, so we need that destruction. We need that fire. Okay, the nuclear destruction, the laser beams from the chariots to cleanse this place. Okay, because it's polluted and it has to go. All right. So that was just a little quick little video, man. I hope this video was edifying. It wasn't gonna be too long, but that's all I got through the spirit, and I want to say shalom.